Quite possibly the simplest yet tastiest Italian pasta dish. But the version I'm going to show you today, for my taste, I think is much better. Let me explain why. Pasta aglio e olio e peperoncino, in most traditional senses, is garlic and red pepper flakes sauteed in olive oil, then mixed together with pasta and the water to form an emulsion sauce that is tossed with parsley. And that's all there really is to it. It's a great dish that can be whipped up in 15 to 20 minutes and should absolutely be in your cooking rotation. The two differences in the version I'm going to show you today are how the garlic is prepared and the choice of fat used. So garlic is loved for the pungent flavor, and when raw, it actually tastes spicy. When sauteed like a typical aglio e olio, it loses that spicy bite, but still retains that pleasant oniony aroma. Another way that I love garlic, and probably most of you do too, is roasted whole. When garlic is roasted, it completely transforms by getting sweet and roasty aromas. In this recipe, I like to combine both freshly sauteed garlic and whole roasted garlic. Why limit yourself to one flavor of garlic if you enjoy both? Next is the fat choice. For aglio e olio, we make the sauce by forming an emulsion between the pasta water and the olive oil. But this can be tricky since water and olive oil do not naturally want to mix. To make this emulsion easier, we will be using a mix of olive oil and butter. Why butter? Well, butter is already an emulsion as it contains around 15% water. So not only does it provide some extra flavor, but it also will lend a helping hand in sauce construction. It helps the starchy pasta water, olive oil, and butter mix together and create that sauce much easier. This pasta dish is really all about the order of execution and how things come together really fast. Now obviously with my version, the whole roasted head of garlic is going to be our critical component. So what I like to do is actually prepare this ahead of time and just have it ready to go in the fridge, and it makes this process go even faster. But anyway, enough talking, let's make some pasta. Take your garlic and chop the head off. Admire its beauty for 3 seconds. Now add some salt, forgetting to lay down some tin foil, then add pepper and some nice olive oil. Wrap that up like a present and toss it into a 400-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. While you wait, you can catch up on some Netflix, read a book, go for a run, or get sucked into a mindless scroll through TikTok. Play hot potato with your garlic on the way back to the cutting board, and you know the garlic is done when the cloves are lightly brown and soft to the touch. Let this cool for 5 minutes, and meanwhile we can start our water. Set 3 liters or quarts of water on to boil. As we learned from my pasta tips video, 3 liters of water for a pound of pasta will give you a higher starch concentration from the pasta, so the sauce will stick better. While that's coming to a boil, we can prep the other ingredients. For my fresh garlic, I like to either grate it or mince it, though you can slice it thin if you want to. You can do so by putting the garlic through a garlic press, or zesting it on a grater, or just going the old-fashioned way and chopping it fine with your knife. Another cool little tip to help it break it down, you'd sprinkle a little bit of salt into the garlic and continue to mince it that way. Now it's time to add our heat. Normally you would just use red pepper flakes, but I had the chance to get these awesome little dried Calabrian chilies, and basically what you want to do is just slice them up very thin. Also, I realized on the second one it's probably easier to slice open the pepper and just get out all the seeds before slicing it thin. Lastly, let's finely chop the parsley. This to me is what makes the dish because it provides the freshness to cut through the fat of the oil and the pungentness from the garlic. Also, I looked at one recipe that said to use like 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley, and I absolutely scoffed at that suggestion. I probably use like half a cup. Now that the roasted garlic has cooled, enjoy squeezing out all those delicious cloves. Seriously, you can just eat these whole, they're so delicious. And then I just like to roughly chop and smooth out that garlic so it really seamlessly blends into the sauce. And that, my friends, is a nice board of mise en place. Make sure you have all of your ingredients ready because, seriously, the next part takes like 2 minutes. Once your water has boiled, add in 30 grams of salt, or 3 large pinches in my case, and this is going to give you a 1% salt solution. Also, for a sauce like this, I prefer using angel hair or thin spaghetti for the texture, and I feel that this sauce sticks a little bit better. As soon as you add the pasta, make sure you stir it within the first couple minutes to avoid sticking. And a little side tip, don't walk away like I did, because then you'll quickly end up with overcooked pasta. But oh well, slide your pasta off the heap, don't even bother draining it, and now we're going to set up our workstation to finish this pasta aglio e olio. Now add a healthy amount of olive oil to the pan, enough to completely cover it. Now we can start tossing in our fresh garlic, the peppers, and the roasted garlic. You're gonna let everything saute for literally 45 to 60 seconds, no more. Definitely be careful and do not burn it. Now you're gonna turn off the heat and toss in your 3 tablespoons of butter. Then you just gotta take your pasta from the pot and toss it into your pan with the aromatics and start vigorously stirring to create that emulsion sauce. Now if you need it, you can add some extra pasta water to the pan to help that sauce form, but just keep vigorously stirring and eventually that sauce will start to come together. This is what it should sound like before you add your parsley. When you have that sound and you start to see this kind of glossy sauce formed, now you can add in your fresh parsley. Make sure the parsley is completely distributed throughout, and now we can plate up and serve this thing. Though before serving, don't forget to taste it and season with salt and pepper as needed. Now you're gonna wanna take a serving fork and get a big twirl of that pasta and load it up on top of your preferred serving vessel. And I'm telling you that, my friends, is a simple but delicious pasta aglio e olio.
Feeding time, feeding time. Let's give this thing a taste.
Love all those depth of flavor from the garlic in there, but whether you make it my way, whether you make it, a more traditional way, make sure pasta aglio e olio is in your kitchen rotation. It's so simple, everyone should know how to make it. Comes together in no time at all. That is gonna wrap it up for this video. Make sure you guys stay subscribed and up to date to catch the next pasta videos that are coming out. I think basic tomato sauce is next. That's gonna wrap it up for this one. Catch you in the next one. Peace.